Manuel Blanco Romasanta was born in 1809 in the small village of Regueiro, in the province of Ourense, Galicia, Spain. From a young age, Manuel exhibited a peculiar behavior and an enigmatic personality. Despite his slight stature and gentle demeanor, he harbored dark secrets that would eventually lead him to infamy as Spain's first documented serial killer. Romasanta started his adult life as a tailor, but after the death of his wife in 1833, he began traveling extensively. He worked various jobs, including a peddler and a guide for travelers through the mountainous regions of Galicia and Portugal. His reputation as a helpful guide made him a trusted figure in the community, which he would later exploit to commit his heinous crimes. In the mid-19th century, a series of mysterious disappearances began to plague the region of Galicia. Men, women, and children who sought Romasanta's services as a guide vanished without a trace. Initially, the disappearances went unnoticed due to the transient nature of his clients. However, as the number of missing persons grew, suspicions arose. Families of the missing individuals reported that their loved ones were last seen with Romasanta, leading authorities to investigate. The turning point came when a woman named Manuela Garcia, along with her daughter Petra, vanished after being seen in Romasanta's company. The missing woman's brother reported their disappearance to the local authorities, sparking an intense investigation. Manuel Blanco Romasanta was arrested in 1852. During his interrogation, he confessed to the murders but claimed that he was not responsible for his actions. Romasanta insisted that he was cursed and suffered from lycanthropy, a condition that made him transform into a werewolf. According to his confession, during these transformations, he would hunt and kill humans, using their fat to make soap, which he later sold. Romasanta's detailed and horrifying confession included accounts of how he stalked his victims, describing the savage attacks and his consumption of their flesh. His claims were met with skepticism and fear, but the discovery of human remains and personal belongings of the victims in his possession corroborated his confession. Romasanta's trial took place in Allariz, a small town in Galicia. The sensational nature of the case drew significant public attention. The court was faced with the challenge of determining whether Romasanta was a cunning murderer or genuinely deluded by his belief in lycanthropy. During the trial, Romasanta reiterated his claims of transforming into a wolf. He described his experiences in vivid detail, claiming that during his transformations, he lost all human reasoning and acted purely on animalistic instincts. The court also heard testimonies from locals who supported his claims, stating that they had seen him in the form of a wolf. Despite the bizarre nature of his defense, the court found Romasanta guilty of multiple murders. However, the unusual aspects of his case prompted authorities to request a medical evaluation. Prominent doctors of the time examined Romasanta, with some suggesting that he might suffer from a psychological disorder, while others believed in the possibility of his lycanthropic delusions. Romasanta was initially sentenced to death, but his sentence was later commuted to life imprisonment by Queen Isabella II, partly due to the intervention of the prominent French neurologist, Dr. Jean-Martin Charcot, who expressed interest in studying Romasanta's condition. Manuel Blanco. Romasanta spent the remainder of his life in prison, where he continued to insist on his lycanthropic condition. He died in 1863, but the legend of the Werewolf of Allariz lived on, becoming an integral part of Spanish folklore and criminological history. Romasanta's case has been the subject of numerous studies and theories. Some criminologists and historians suggest that he might have suffered from clinical lycanthropy, a rare psychiatric syndrome wherein an individual believes they can transform into a wolf or other animal. This condition could have been exacerbated by the cultural and superstitious context of 19th century rural Spain, where belief in werewolves and other supernatural creatures was prevalent. Others propose that Romasanta was a sociopath who used the werewolf defense to mask his calculated and brutal nature. His detailed knowledge of the terrain and his ability to gain the trust of his victims indicate a methodical approach to his crimes, inconsistent with the uncontrollable urges described by true clinical lycanthropy. The story of Manuel Blanco Romasanta has had a lasting impact on popular culture. It has inspired numerous books, films, and documentaries exploring the dark and mysterious nature of his crimes. His tale serves as a cautionary reminder of the thin line between myth and reality, and the depths of human depravity masked by supernatural beliefs. In modern times, the case of Romasanta has been revisited by psychologists, historians, and criminologists aiming to understand the intersection of mental illness and criminal behavior. His life and crimes are studied as part of the broader context of historical serial killers and the influence of cultural superstitions on legal proceedings. One of the most comprehensive examinations of Romasanta's case was conducted by the Spanish criminologist, Dr. Vicente Garrido Genovese, who explored the psychological and socio-cultural aspects of Romasanta's life. Genovese highlighted the importance of understanding the historical and environmental factors that contributed to Romasanta's delusions and crimes. Manuel Blanco Romasanta, the Werewolf of Allariz, remains one of the most enigmatic and chilling figures in criminal history. His gruesome acts, combined with his bizarre claims of lycanthropy, create a haunting narrative that continues to captivate and horrify audiences. The story serves as a powerful reminder of the complexities of the human mind and the enduring influence of myth and folklore on our understanding of crime and morality. This detailed account of Manuel Blanco Romasanta provides a comprehensive look at his life, crimes, and the cultural impact of his story, ensuring a deep understanding of this chilling chapter in Spain's history.